17, practicing self-discipline. The first thing we're going to talk about is discipline is a form of self-love. But first, I want to break down, what does discipline mean? Basically, training for self-control. That's basically what it is, training for self-control. And self-love is a deep appreciation of yourself. So, practicing self-discipline, discipline is a form of self-love. So I took some notes and some things on my research, and I wanted to share with you guys. It is a sum up of choosing actions today that will benefit your future self. So whenever you decide to pour into yourself and step into discipline, right, and practice self-discipline, is basically a form of choosing actions that today that will affect your future. Now, ways it work is by building self-worth. It creates freedom and fosters resilience. That's what it creates when you learn how to pour into yourself self-discipline. That's what this teaching is all about, you healing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. So 2, your healed self requires consistency. What does that even mean? Your healed self requires consistency. In order for you to grow and become the best version of yourself, you have to be consistent in everything that you're doing when it comes to loving on yourself. You have to be consistent with it, meaning create the boundaries, and don't take away the boundaries when, okay, well, I'm going to let this slide, I'm going to let that slide. No, stay consistent with it. So notes for that is because you need stable routines. You have to show up daily for healthy habits. This helps you build trust, and this will also prevent relapse, meaning preventing you from going back to being a people's pleaser. That is the whole purpose of it. We want to get you away from people pleasing and get you into your true authentic self in your purpose of being the best version of you. That's what this self-discipline is all about, practicing it. Okay? And then we have 3, the difference between motivation and discipline. We've been talking about that all week. If you missed the classes, guess what? It is on YouTube. Chat with Coach Nye is my YouTube, and that's all. You have to go on there, look under the playlist, 31-Day Inner Transformation, and then you'll get these teachings. So number 3 is the difference between motivation and discipline. Well, first off, let's break down what motivation is. Motivation is an emotional desire that makes you want to do something. Okay, that's what motivation is. Discipline is self-control, committed to doing what it is that you want to do or need to do. Those are the difference between it. But let's jump into it. Let's look at some sources. So we're going to look at the nature of it, the role of it, and of the nature and the role of motivation and self-discipline. So motivation, the source of it is emotions. It is inspirational, desire, or external reward. That's what the source of motivation is. The nature of it is inconsistent. A lot of people, you get into motivated, somebody motivates you, but it's inconsistent because you'll stay motivated for that moment. But we're going to get into it, right? So it comes and it goes. The role of motivation is to provide the initial energy to begin the task. But after the motivation, and this is what I teach you guys, after the motivation, then what? Then what? After the motivation, then what? That's the part that you have to do. This is when self-discipline kicks in, because after the motivation, you're motivated to do it. Then what? Now you stay disciplined to stay doing it, to make it a part of your lifestyle, your habit. It's your lifestyle. Now, discipline. The source of it is internal. It's internal willpower. It's a habit or a commitment. Now, the nature of it is it's consistent and reliable, regardless of your feelings or how you feel or see things. And then the role is to ensure actions are completed, build structure, and achieve goals over time. So the difference is with motivation, it provides the initial energy, and then self-discipline kicks in to build the structure so you can achieve the goals over time and you stay consistent on it. Another thing that I looked at is they both work together in different ways. Motivation is great for starting new things, but discipline is crucial for finishing them. You motivated to get it done. You motivated you to open this business, but how are you going to keep it going? How are you going to keep this business going? How are you going to keep this business afloat? What are you going to do? Well, what you're going to do is now you're going to apply self-discipline. You're going to make sure that you do the right thing. You're going to show up every day for yourself. That's all I'm teaching you, is how to heal yourself, the inner transformation, how to heal self, become the best version of yourself. So you can't rely on motivation alone. Discipline takes over when the inspiration fades out. What I was saying, you get motivated, and then what? Everyone, you go to get a motivational speaker, you listen to their their message, you hear them out, but after it's gone, it's turned off, and you've left the show, you left and got in your car and went home. Guess what? You're back miserable, depressed, or whatever it is, because no one told you what to do next. Yeah, you got motivated, but what's next? Yeah, they got you motivated saying, open this business, open this, that, and the third, but emotionally, what's next? It's not so much the action. Self-discipline is what's on the inner. Emotionally, what's next? Because once the motivation wear off, then what do you say now? What do you have to hold on to? Where's that hope? What is it? And that's what self-discipline is you showing up for you. I want you to start showing up for yourself like you show up for your friends. You show up and motivate your friends, and you're like, hey, you could do it. I love you. You could do it. You could do it. You could do it. I want you to show up that way for yourself. Okay? So discipline builds habits, which then reduces the need for constant motivation. You don't need to be motivated anymore because it becomes you. This is who you are. Okay? So number 4, small habits. Small habits become big transformation. And how does that happen? Through the compound effect. The compound effect. What is the compound effect? Let's talk about it. The compound effect is where tiny, consistent actions add up over time to create significant results. That's what compound effect is. And examples of tiny habits is you can journal for a minute, doing 5 push-ups. I'm going to give you the trinity of fitness, spiritual, mental, and physical, things that you can do. You can meditate for 60 seconds. You can eat 1 serving of fruit, or you can turn off your phone for 30 minutes. Those small little habits can end up being big transformations for you. Always think about the compound effect. Start small, and eventually hey, nice, Nicole, thank you. Start small, and eventually it'll become a habit. It'll become a part of you. It's just about this whole class today, practicing self-discipline, is all about you learning how to pour into yourself, learning how to self-regulate, learning how to show up for yourself the same way you show up for everybody else. That's what I'm teaching you. Good evening, girl. Now, the habit reframe. So in this section, I give you different tools and techniques. So habit reframe. I want you to write 1 habit you've been avoiding. Hey, love. Write 1 habit that you've been avoiding. And when you write that, I want you to list it in this way. The thought that stops you, the truth behind the thought, and a supportive replacement thought. Okay? And then your body exercises, I want you to do energizing movements, right? You can do 5 minutes of brisk walking or dancing. Which one you like? You like to dance? Okay. Good to see you too. I'm glad to see you in here. This is day 19 of class. So you can 5 minutes of brisk walking or dancing. This boosts motivation and causes you to focus, because the whole point of practicing self-discipline is to get you back in the present time, to keep you present. That's what that's all about, okay? So your self-love practice, I want you to say, I show up for myself even when it's hard. I show up for myself even when it's hard. And your daily declaration, okay. All right. Okay, your daily declaration. My discipline builds my destiny. My discipline builds my destiny. And I hope y'all got your notebook, because here's your homework. Choose a small habit to commit to daily for the next 7 days. And then I want you to journal. Where in my life do I need more consistency? And what excuse have been holding me back? What excuses have been holding me back? And then your tabletop talk, for the ones that's new here, tabletop talk, I give you prompts that you can take back to the table. As you heal, you are to heal the environment, not by making them heal, but you be an example. So now you can take healthy conversations back to the table, and it help people look within, right? So as I always say, don't heal and say, I can't deal with people no more. That's not, Jesus didn't do that. Nope, Jesus did not do that at all. He sat with the tax collectors. He broke bread with the tax collectors. Everybody had a fit, like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But no. It's the fact that it didn't change who he was. It was for him to show up as the example. And then, hey, if they want to join, they join. Same way with you with healing. You don't force your healing on anyone. You don't force them to, well, I can't be around you because I don't do that. No, okay, that's fine. But you encourage them to heal by being their example. So these are conversations that you can take to the table. Self-discipline is self-respect. What do you feel about self-discipline? You can break it down any way you want. You can say, how do you feel about self-discipline? Do you feel it's self-respect? Self-discipline, or explain to them how self-discipline shows up in your life to give you that self-respect for yourself. Another one is consistency is how you keep promises to yourself. You can ask, hey, what ways in your life that where you need to be consistent so you can start making sure those promises, you keep promises to yourself, making sure that you show up for yourself. If you say that you're going to go on this diet, where do you need to be consistent at so you can keep that promise to yourself? You understand? I give you those prompts because I want you to have healthy conversations with other people. I don't want you to just heal. I'm the coach that's going to save the world. I can't save the world unless I teach you how to heal. I teach you how to heal, then you go teach someone else how to heal. Okay?